Hello and welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we have the Cubs again today. Looks like we're playing an afternoon game. Let's see, should be Marvin's turn back in the lineup, but we've got Minix behind the plate today. Also want Hankins to start this game. All right. Give a quick update on standings while this loads in. Once I pull this up anyway, I probably should have already had it up. Take a quick look at the Braves. Sorry, I was looking at the standings. The Cubs lineup looks like what we have come to expect, and CC Sabathia is going to start this game for the Cubs. As we look in the standings, the Braves have opened up a 3-game lead in the East, which puts their magic number at 14. We've obviously clinched the Central. The Rockies cling to a 1-game lead over the Dodgers, which gives them a magic number of 16, but that magic number doesn't mean a whole lot when you've only got a 1-game lead. The Dodgers now with a 3-game lead in the wild card race so definitely looks like whoever doesn't win the West will still be into the playoffs. Kester lines out to Cora. Over in the American League, the Red Sox have a magic number of 3 to clinch the AL East, so I'm expecting that very soon. The Orioles are the next closest team, and they're 14 games back, so don't expect that one to happen. The Tigers have a 2-game lead over the White Sox in the AL Central. As Marvin strikes out. Much like the Rockies in the West, with only a 2-game lead, the magic number doesn't mean much, but the Tigers do have a magic number of 15. And also the White Sox are well ahead, I think almost a 10-game lead. So I guess actually 7-game lead in the wild card race. So that looks pretty set one way or the other. Tigers and White Sox will both be in the playoffs. So you guys saw me make the lineup for us. The AL West, it's a rough division out there. Right now, the Astros and A's are tied for the division lead, both sitting at 71 and 75, so not exactly murderer's row. The Rangers 1 game behind both of them at 70 and 76. The Portland Orcas are 68 and 78 and only 3 games off of the division lead. The Mariners right behind them at 67 and 79. And then from there, there's a gap to the Angels, who are 8 games back with a 63 and 83 record. So AL West is a very tight, exciting race. I don't know who's going to come out of it, but it doesn't look like we're going to get a team with a winning record at this point. So that's fun. So now we can focus back into this game. It's a 2-2 count on Carlos Pena, and he's going to ground out to second base, and that's going to end the first inning. We are scoreless in the first inning. Neither team gets a hit. Terry is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the second inning. First pitch from Sabathia is a changeup and for a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. There's a ground ball to Chavez, who throws it over for the first out of the inning. Frank at the plate now. Oh, I just realized I forgot to flip-flop Minix and Zach. Oh well. This ball popped up to third, and Chavez makes the play. That will bring Minix to the plate. First pitch out of the zone. Second pitch swung on and missed. That changeup just catches the outside. 1-2 the count. That pitch fouled away off the Cubs dugout. And this will be, a nice play by Chavez to end the inning. It looked like the first hit of the game, but Chavez with an absolute robbery over at third. And he will lead things off for the Cubs in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch is fouled away. Second pitch is fouled away. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, Santana at the plate. Backdoor slider for the first strike. This is popped up around second base. Joey will make the play. Greg Zahn takes a strike. So my throat is very dry this morning. I don't know why. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one back up the middle. Hankins not able to make the play. There is your first hit of the game for Greg Zahn. Telemaco will take the plate. Take strike 1. Grounds this one foul. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the second inning. We are still scoreless, but the Cubs have a hit now. As we go into the third inning, Zach is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. First pitch is too low. Second pitch called a strike. There's a ground ball to short. There's the throw. One down. Joey at the plate now. That pitch outside. There's a called strike. Looks at strike 2. That will get into left field for the Squirrels' first hit of the day. 1 on, 1 out. Hankins at the plate. Does not have a hit in the major leagues this year. I'm not sure if he ever has had a hit in the major leagues, actually. I'd have to go back and look at last year's games. Slash bunt, and there is a hit. So that, if he didn't have one before, he has one now. That'll put runners on first and second for Kester, and only 1 out as he grounds to first. Pena to second, Cora back to first, not in time. 2 down, Marvin at the plate, runners on the corners. Marvin batting right-handed. Kester takes off and he steals second to put 2 runners into scoring position. Marvin swings and misses to make the count 0-2. A called pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. Still scoreless, though both teams now have hits in the game. We go to the bottom of the third. Cannon will lead things off for the Cubs. Cannon grounds to second. Kester grabs it and throws it over. Sabathia at the plate hitting .357. Goodness. Looks at strike 1. Can't really remember from Sabathia's time with the Brewers how good of a hitting pitcher he was off the top of my head. I kind of feel like I want to say he was a good hitter. But I can't remember for sure. I'd have to go back and look at the stats. Anyway, Sabathia strikes out. Merton pops out to second, and that ends the third inning. We are still scoreless as we go to the fourth. Chief due to lead off for the Squirrels. First pitch in there for strike 1. This one down and in, 1-1. This one up and out. 2-1 the count. This one just inside. Chief works the count 3-1. This slurve just catches the outside to make it a full count. Here's a ground ball to second. Santana grabs it, throws it over. 1 down. Terry at the plate. Ground out in his first at bat. Take strike 1. This one gets by Pena to roll into right field for a single. 1 on, 1 out. Frank at the plate. Take strike 1. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Minix at the plate, nearly got a hit, was robbed by Chavez at third. This one, more conventional ground ball to Santana, who throws it over to end the top of the 4th. We are still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Alex Cora due up for Chicago. Cora, 1 of 5 strikeout victims so far today for Hankins. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Grounds this one to second. Kester takes care of that. Carlos Pena now at the plate. Takes strike 1. Swings and misses, 0-2. And this is going to be lined into the right field corner. Going for second, it's going to be close. No, not with Kester's arm. It's not. That is a double. Chavez at the plate. I think that play might have been closer if Zach had just thrown straight to second. 1-1 the count on Chavez. That pitch too high, makes it 2-1. Ground ball to second. Only play is to first. So, first run of the game, possibly 90 feet away. Santana at the plate takes a ball. Swing and a miss, makes it 1-1. And that will get down. The Cubs take the 1-0 lead. Greg Zahn got the first hit of the game at the plate now with 2 outs, and that pitch gets away from Minix. Puts another runner into scoring position and a 1-0 count on Zahn. That pitch inside, a good hitter's count here. Called strike. There's a ground ball to Kester, throws it over, that ends the inning, but the Cubs take the 1-0 lead in the 4th inning. As we move into the 5th, Zach is due up for the Squirrels. Zach ground out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Grounds this one to Santana. 1 down. Joey at the plate, got a hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hankins got a hit in his first at-bat. He faked a bunt and slashed it between the right side of the infield. Take strike 1 in this at-bat. This one in the dirt. This one, Pena will short hop, step on the bag, and that'll end the top of the 5th. We're halfway through the game. The Cubs are leading 1-0, and they'll have Telemaco at the plate. Telemaco, 1 of 5 strikeout victims so far today for Hankins. Looks at a ball here. This one called a strike, 1-1. That pitch down and out, 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cannon now at the plate, ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at a strike. Swings and misses, 0-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, Sabathia at the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Take strike 1. Take strike 2. That pitch too high. This is fouled away. Still 1-2. There's a ground ball to second. Hankins tried to make a play on it, but it was just out of his reach. But Kester cleaned it up no problem. And Kester will lead off things in the 6th inning, while the Cubs still lead 1-0. Kester 0 for 2 on the day. Facing CC Sabathia can do this to a team. This one up the middle. Sabathia knocks it down and gets the out at first. Marvin has struck out in both of his at-bats. Accounts for half of Sabathia's strikeout total today. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Hits this one, and it does get through for a base hit up the middle. 1 on, 1 out. Chief at the plate. First pitch is down and in. This will get up the middle as well. Will Marvin go for third? He will not, and that is a wise decision. Puts runners on first and second for Terry, who got a hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one right to Santana at second. This is going to turn into a double play. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. Double play snuffs out that scoring chance for the Squirrels. They still trail 1-0. Matt Merton will come to the plate for the Cubs. Merton has struck out and popped out today. Looks at strike 1. This one up and out. Called strike 2. Called strike 3. Alex Cora at the plate now. Looks at a strike. Pops this one foul, and Minix can't quite make the play. Shakes himself up a little bit against the fence, or against the bricks, I should say, since, we're at Wrigley. Don't really have a fence, we have a brick wall. But no one even checks on him, so he must be okay. This pitch popped high in the air. Hankins makes the play, and that'll end the 6th inning. We move into the 7th inning. Still a 1-0 Cubs lead. Frank will lead things off. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. And a called strike 3. 1 down. Minix 0 for 2 today. Like I said, he had one very well hit ball already today, though. It's not going to go down as a hit in the record books, but it should count on the scouting report. This one will get down for a base hit into right field. That'll bring Zach to the plate. He has ground out twice today. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch called a strike. Sorry, I had a hiccup in there. This pitch outside. Zach gets a hold of this one. How deep will it go? It'll come right off the base of the wall. Minix will stop at third. Zach goes into second base for a 1-out double. Joey at the plate now. 1 out, 2 runners on scoring position, and they are going to intentionally walk him. So we are going to counter with Quinton. Well, actually, let's go Whiteman. Let's get Whiteman into the game. We were going to switch pitchers anyway, so this was an easy call to make. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch too low. Whiteman, will it stay fair? It will. It's going to roll into the corner. 1 run in, 2 runs in. A 2 RBI double for Whiteman in a pinch hit situation gives the Squirrels the 2-1 lead in the top of the 7th. Kester now at the plate. Still 2 runners in scoring position and still only 1 out. First pitch is fouled away. Second pitch is fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs, Marvin at the plate. Got a hit in his last at-bat. And he'll get a hit in this at-bat, and 2 runs are going to come in to score on that RBI single. 4-1 Squirrels. This inning has quickly gotten away from Sabathia, and that will actually end his day. Sean Marshall will come in to try to get out of this inning. Chief at the plate now. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Takes a strike. Puts this one into the left center gap. That's going to be another base hit. Will a run score? No. Marvin stops at third. So a double for Chief will bring Terry to the plate with 2 outs. Still a 4-1 game. That pitch called a strike. And that's going to be another base hit. This game just falling to pieces for the Cubs. Another double makes it 6-1. Started to say double, then realized that play at second was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. But Terry does get in there safely. So 6-1 Squirrels now, and Frank is at the plate. Runner on second, 2 outs. Frank takes strike 1. Takes a ball. Puts this one up the middle for another base hit. Here comes Terry in to score. An RBI single makes it 7-1 Squirrels. Minix already got a hit. Looks at a ball. Looks at a strike. Looks at another strike. 1-2. Pops this one up. Greg Zahn is under it in front of the plate, makes the play, and that will get us to the 7th inning stretch, but not before the Squirrels put up 7 runs. 7-1 Squirrels lead. Alright. So that didn't really put us in a great spot to double switch, because I don't really want to take Minix out of the game. So let's, we're going to have Lemasny come in. I guess we'll just put him in the Terry spot. Whiteman's supposed to be a first baseman anyway. Kind of hoping Lemasny might finish out the game, but maybe he's only going to pitch 2 innings because of where he had to come into the order. Alright, Chavez at the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. Takes strike 1. This one just outside. Maybe I should have gone the other way around. Their pitching styles, Hankins pitches more like a reliever, always going from the stretch. But, oh well. Maybe when it comes back around to the draft picks, starting games, maybe Lemasny will have to get his chance to start next time. Have to try to keep that in mind. Anyway, Santana at the plate with an 0-2 count. Swings and misses for strike 3. 2 down. Greg Zahn at the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. pops this one towards short. Joey makes a catch at his shoestrings to end the 7th inning. 7-1 Squirrels lead as we move into the 8th. Zach is due up for the Squirrels. Zach with a double in his last at bat. Hit it off the base of the wall out in left center. Take strike 1, take strike 2. Gets a hold of this one. I think that's going to leave the yard. It does. Off the tall fence there behind the bleachers for only his 3rd home run of the year. Makes the game 8-1 Squirrels. So line drive shot doesn't quite make it onto the street, but does leave the park. Bring Joey to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He has singled, struck out, and then was intentionally walked. Has an 0-2 count at the moment. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Whiteman at the plate, hit a double in his first at-bat. This pitch off the plate. That pitch off the plate as well. Called strike, 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, Kester at the plate now. That pitch inside. That pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. That one out of the zone, 2-1 the count. Bunt for a hit. Chavez seemed to be playing in on it though and snuffs that out easily, and that'll end the 8th inning. Telemaco comes to the plate for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th, where they now trail 8-1. And Telemaco has struck out in both of his at-bats today. Fouls this first pitch away. This one softly lined to second. Kester grabs it. Cannon at the plate is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Gets a called strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Grounds this one to Chief, who throws it over for the 2nd out of the inning. Cubs are going to go ahead and pinch hit here. Frank Thomas is going to see what he can do. Just really weird to think of Frank Thomas as a Cub. Looks at a ball. Puts this one into center field for a base hit. 1 on, 2 outs. Matt Merton at the plate is hitless today. Takes a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the 8th inning. 8-1 Squirrels lead. Marvin is due up for the Squirrels, and you know, the way the game is now, I might just let Lemassny hit for himself and finish out the game. Frank Thomas goes over to first base. Doman comes into pitch, and Ozuna will come into play third. We'll see how that all affects the batting order and whether or not the computer correctly double switches, because it's very possible we might see Frank Thomas back at the plate again. It's happened before with Frank Thomas. 2-1 the count on Marvin. He struck out twice and then singled twice. Grounds this one to Santana for the 1st out of the inning. Chief at the plate. Ground out his first 2 at-bats and then has singled and doubled. Looks at a ball. That ball is outside. 2-0. Called strike. 2-1. That's going to be towards second base. Santana makes the play. So yeah, why not? Let's let Lemasny hit here. See if he can get his first Major League at-bat this season. Or first Major League hit, I should say. Takes a strike. This one inside. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning, but, you know, we don't really care too much about the scoreboard at this point. We just want to make sure the Cubs don't score 7 runs this inning. Yeah, and then they did move Frank Thomas around. He's going to bat third this inning. So, one big problem with this game that somebody probably should have caught. Alex Cora, though, at the plate at the moment, looks at strike 1. Looks at a ball. Grounds this one to third. Chief grabs it and throws it over. 1 down. Ozuna at the plate now. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Fouls that pitch away to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So after getting a hit in the 9-hole last inning, Frank Thomas now somehow batting 4th. Looks at strike 1. Looks at a ball. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. That one just off the plate, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Frank Thomas can't hurt us anymore today. That's your ball game. Indianapolis Squirrels 8, Chicago Cubs 1. So if you take out that 7th inning, this game would have been a 1-1 tie, but the Cubs just had an absolute meltdown in that 7th. Sure, there'll be a few highlights here from this 7th inning. Well, actually, I only showed 1. Had to get the home run in, which is fair enough. All right, Whiteman, your player of the game for driving in the go-ahead run. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got one more game against the Cubs in this series tomorrow before an off day. We'll see you then.